Hey guys, BadInfos here, and this is GTA San Andreas. You might think that you know everything about the game. Well, the game is massive and you can't possibly know it all. There are many hidden secrets that aren't that visible even after hundreds of hours of playtime. That's why I'm here. Since one video wasn't enough, I'll show you 10 more facts you didn't know about GTA San Andreas. Am I wrong? Do you know everything on the list? Fine, dislike the video, but if I told you something new, make sure you leave a like. So, let's begin! Number 10. Mission Duping, the biggest speedrun phenomenon in 2016. Let me show you how to do it. We'll use phone calls and side missions for duping. First, you need to rebind the secondary fire in a vehicle button and the action on foot button to the same key. So head to a side mission such as Blood Bowl or Quarry. What you do is get close to a secondary mission marker. Wait for the phone call. You need to shoot once to cancel the phone call and wait 15 seconds. Once you hit the 15 seconds mark, start moving towards the marker and hold down the escape button. As soon as you hear the phone ring and you are on the marker, let go of escape. And there we go, we started this side mission. Wait for the timer to run out. Before it runs out though, you need to hold the answer phone call button. You need to hold it all the way to the next mission. Park your vehicle, walk into the marker. As soon as the cutscene starts, you can let go of the button. How is this useful, you might ask? Well, apart from it looking very funny, you can actually skip missions this way. For instance, if you use duping and don't like Uzi's missions, you can completely skip them. For a very in-depth video with highly detailed explanation, check the description if you're interested. Number 9. You can turn people into zombies! Well, not really, but you can make them invincible. It's quite simple actually. Pick a paint and spray on the map and park a car in front of it. Find a pedestrian and make them angry. Hitting them once should do it. Get inside your vehicle and park it in the garage. The pedestrian will follow you in and try to take you out. The garage door closes and now they're converted to a zombie. No matter how many bullets you put into their skull, they'll not die. Nothing works on them, even a minigun. Number 8. In San Andreas we can date many girls, 6 to be exact. Well, would they not be angry at you if they find out about the other girls? Indeed, they will. They can actually catch you in the act as you're cheating on them. There's a very big chance that you may never see this in your game because of a bug. Let me explain how it works. Obviously, you need to have at least 2 girlfriends. Go on a date with one of them and the other one may or may not show up. If she sees you too, she'll get angry and might actually dump CJ. This only happens if you have never before had a successful date with any girlfriend. Once you do, the game bugs out and you'll never be caught. Which is why maybe 90% of the player base will never see it.
Back off, sister, he's mine.
Number 7. Let me throw in a useless but still interesting fact at you guys. CJ can actually dance on demand. Yeah, with the press of tab and num4 or num6 together, CJ starts dancing. Well, not enthusiastically, but he still has the moves. Number 6. Rockstar Games like to parody or just add things from real life into their games. One example is the San Francisco earthquake, which I talked about in the other video. Another one is the Los Angeles riot, which happened in 1992. That was a tragic chapter in history. The Los Angeles district attorney charged 4 police officers with assault and use of excessive force after they brutally beat up a man after a high-speed chase. Well, later on the police officers were found not guilty, sparking major riots of the streets of LA. Well, the exact same thing happened in the game too. In fact, it was inspired from the real life thing. It's really fascinating because the game is also based in 1992. I really would not want to spoil the story for you guys, so I will not. Just know that the events of the LA riot repeat in Los Santos as well.
Yeah, I heard that.
Number 5. Which is the biggest plane in San Andreas? If your guess was the Andromeda, then you are absolutely incorrect. The biggest plane in San Andreas is the AT-400. It's found in the huge hangar in the Las Venturas airport. Well, this plane is actually not that interesting. Let's go back to the supposedly unobtainable Andromeda from the mission Stowaway. If you remember, you can actually walk in it and explore. It's quite massive. Well, how do you drive it when you can't even reach it during the mission? With exploits, my dear viewer, use Duping. As we discussed before, use a side mission to start it off. The quarry is the closest one. Start that, start Stowaway, dupe the mission, and what do you know? The plane will not fly away. Your next move is to kill all the people. Get on the plane and enjoy your flight. Number 4. It's really fascinating to me that a huge chunk of the player base doesn't even know about Taxi Boost. After you pass the mission Taxi Driver, you get 2 abilities. One of them is Nitro in all taxis, and the other one is the ability to jump with it. You might think that this is completely useless, but no, it can be used for some incredible stunting. In fact, some of my favorite stunts ever done were from Taxi Boosts. Check this one for example. The way to do it is to approach a wall, steer away from it, then go right at it, jump at the wall and then continuously tap the horn button. If that's too difficult, then rebind the horn to the mouse wheel, allowing you to do it much easier. At that point you would call this roll boost. And again, it's a stunting method, known by many professionals but not to the wider audience, and that's why it's here. Number 3. Have you heard of the C bug? You probably have, if you play SAMP. This bug is not exclusive to SAMP, but it's a lot more useful there, especially in PvP fights. What you do is aim, shoot, crouch, aim, shoot, crouch, aim, and so on and so on and so on. This allows you to shoot weapons at an extremely fast speed, weapons which take a while to reload. Sure, you could use it for blowing up vehicles in single player for instance, but SAMP is where it's at. Go ahead and surprise your friends with your newly found knowledge. Tell them that Bad Info sent ya. Number 2. You have probably played GTA 5 before. The biggest change in that game was the addition of 2 more main protagonists, unlike the previous games where you could only play as one, in the case of San Andreas with only CJ. Well, did you know that the multiple protagonist system was planned for San Andreas as well? After the release of GTA 5, in a French interview with one of the developers of the game, they discussed how the same multiple protagonist system was planned for San Andreas, and how it was scrapped because of the limited hardware on the PlayStation 2. Personally, I'm glad that it didn't come to fruition. San Andreas would not fit with that storyline at all. And finally, number 1. There's a way to walk and drive vehicles underwater. And no, I don't mean the slow, almost non-existent movement you normally do underwater. You can actually properly drive any vehicle if you use the undrowning glitch. It can be activated in a few spots around the San Andreas map. The best one in my opinion is right over here. There's a specific spot underwater under a rock. Entering this area will make the game think that CJ is on solid ground. Now he can freely walk around. The same goes for vehicles. Push the car in the water, swim to the spot on foot, activate the bug so CJ doesn't drown, wait for the car to reach the ground, push it to the spot and voila! You can drive your car underwater too! And those were the 10 most unknown secrets in GTA San Andreas. Again, if you knew them all, leave a dislike, I won't be mad. But if I taught you something new, then the like button is right there too. Do you wanna know more secrets? Then click on any of the videos shown on the screen right now. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.